Let's get our eyes to older persons for this evening. Civil society organization Jehovah Alive and the Gold Age Jaffa have welcomed the move by the government to legislate a law anchored on protecting the rights of the older persons. Now, Jaffa Executive Director Malaika Gabriela Ligami says that the law is long overdue. However, she stresses that the defending older persons' rights is everyone's responsibility, urging that the public should join the fight against the elder abuse. Let's see the story.
Yesterday, during the celebrations of the International Day for Older Persons in Masaka City, the State Minister for the Elderly, Dominic Jidudu Mafabi, revealed that the government is planning to introduce a law aimed at restoring respect and values for the elderly.
Include gazetting special lanes and seats for older persons in transport and other public service points.
This law is highly welcomed by Jehovah Alive for the Old Age Jaffa, a civil society organization that advocates for the rights of the elderly. Malaika Gabriela Ligami, the executive director of Jaffa, highlights that the policy and regulations tailored for the aged are long overdue, arguing that other categories of people have laws that protect them, and why not the most vulnerable, the older people?
Because we have children's right, we have the women's right, we have the youth have a right, but the older person's right. This is a policy we've been looking forward to, for it to be completed in the parliament, and it can now be rolled over, and this is the rights for the older persons. We are so excited to see this come in place in Uganda. Jaffa has been part of the team that has been doing that, and we look forward to that.
However, she affirms that as they wait for the intended regulations, they are already on course through the various sensitization programs they have embarked on, specifically to young people who are pinpointed as leading perpetrators of elder person abuse.
We are getting to schools, we are getting to tertiary colleges, advocating, educating them on the importance of respecting our older persons. And then another initiative we are putting in place is housing. We found many older persons have no houses. They don't have where to stay. Others are literally living under a tree or in something next to a shelter, which is not a shelter. We've started that initiative in Kayunga, and I believe if we do this, then this world will be a better place for all of us to live.
Malaika contends that defending and upholding older persons' rights is everybody's responsibility, thus challenging the public to join in the fight.
In the next 30-40 years, we shall be the aged, we shall be the older persons by then. So what we are laying down now, it is to work for us and to work for us by then, that time when it comes. So I call upon the entire public, the general public, to raise awareness wherever you are. Speak to your neighbor, speak to your child, speak to your uncle, speak to your auntie on the importance of respecting the elderly persons and promoting their rights for them to live a dignified life.
Jaffa Executive Director recommends reducing the age beneficiaries of the Social Assistance Grant Empowerment SEG from 80 years to 65 years, citing Uganda's life expectancy, which currently stands at 62 years. We look at Uganda, I don't want to go into Africa or the entire world, but if you look at Uganda, the age limit where people really live and they get to that point, it's, I think, not beyond 65. So when you get to 80 years, you find out many older persons are cut off. So we are really advocating as well if the government can reduce the 80 years to a lower age, so that many of them can be accommodated in there. You'll find you'll get to a district or to a sub-county, 80 years and above, you get one or two, or neither, no one. Malaika has called on the government to introduce courses at the universities for the training of medical doctors known as geriatricians and special hospital wards specialized in the treatment of older persons.
If we can get specialized wards for the elderly, you go to facilities, you can never get a specialized ward for only older women or older men. They're always mixed up. You'll find the women, the young, the teenagers, and the elderly are in one ward. So we are advocating for specialized wards for the older persons, and we are encouraging parents, even at schools, if they can start courses of geriatric, courses for
for patients, as we are growing, when these kids go to school, they want to study medicine. We've not found that course being advertised. Like, people want to study geriatrician.
Uganda's elderly population aged 60 and above accounts for about 5% of the country's total population of 46 million, which translates to around 2.3 million older persons. John William Ogenda, Freddy Chris Chisawo for BTM News Today.